Opinion.
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 Remember how they didn't offer their opinion? Try to imagine that you're one of those birds.
Well, in my opinion, it isn't your father's presence that's causing you anxiety. It's the...
Hey, B, will you take a look at my fashion piece? I need a layman's opinion. You're aware I'm a woman.
Condition?
I have some very good oncologist friends at Sloan Kettering. It's always good to get a second opinion. A brain tumor is not necessarily fatal.
He's an asshole. Doesn't matter what he thinks of you.
I'm interested in the opinion of an asshole.
Interesting. Oh, I see the painting. A reproduction, though, sir, in my opinion.
Bloody hell, based on what?
Based on the fact that it's hanging on the wall of a caravan, sir, in Texas.
In the place.
It was just a grease fire.
Did I ask your opinion, Goma? You ever hear the saying, never rob a bank crossing Medina with the best donuts in 3 counties?
It's not perfect.
But in your opinion, it works well enough. But you wanted to come.
My opinion doesn't matter. Job's yours if you want it.
Hodge.
I'm of the opinion that my son is very much in love with you.
I'm not implying anything. I'm asking for your objective opinion. As a detective, is it possible that person could have been Mecca?
I'm of the opinion that something very well planned is about to happen.
Grind.
Grind. Grind.
Grind.
Grind. Is a 4-syllable word for here are my heart and soul. Please grind them into hamburger, grind them into hamburger, grind them into hamburger, and enjoy.
Me, coming through. Excuse me.
A grind? Really?
It's a meat grinder.
I don't have an axe to grind against her, Cal. I really don't.
You just don't trust my judgment where she's concerned.
Fighting me back and I didn't screw her ex-husband.
I didn't screw him.
Sorry. Grind him in your wedding dress while she held your bouquet.
Okay, but sometimes when you don't eat, it's worse because you start to grind up your feelings. Then you get stomach breath.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm just saying it's my rep on the line here. So if you're coming in because you got an axe to grind. I know where the bodies are buried on this one, Cam and who.
Yeah, I have lemons. I make lemonade.
It's a very positive attitude.
Well, I hate the lemonade business. I hate the grind. You have to grind so many.
I was gonna give it to Dad, but someone with a bigger axe to grind than yourself intercepted it. Now I am begging you as your son, please drop this whole thing.
Well, one is all we need.
Grind the ingredients together with liquefied cow's knees.
Cow's knees?
I have been looking at everyone inside and outside of the DA's office, trying to see if anyone had a personal axe to grind with Paul.
Nothing?
Nothing out of the ordinary, no.
Ooh, he's just sick.
The beast's gonna come out. You can't control it.
Don't make things worse because you got an axe to grind.
He's not just gonna let us take him.
You'll fall hopelessly in love and give her your heart. She'll take it and grind it into pathetic little pieces.
Grin.
Grin. Grin. Grin. Grin.
Big grin on. Big silly grin. Big silly grin. Big silly grin.
And no one else. In fact, he could be quite cruel to the others. Always with a grin, 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 as if it were a joke.
I can keep the smile off my face at that point in time, honestly. I just had a grin, and all the way home.
Never actually tell me.
Would I have to send it, you know? Would I have to look at her shit-eating grin and...
No, I'll send it. That's what I'm here for.
Nothing. Nothing? Nothing's making you grin pretty wide.
It's an inside joke. Men don't grin at their text messages.
White girl? Go find a woman and wipe that self-satisfied grin off your face.
You see his face, Josh?
You mean that same stupid grin I see on yours?
Oh, I got this.
Really?
Yeah, I want to know who's putting that dopey grin on your face.
Well, actually, it's Carlos.
What's with all the smiling?
What are you talking about?
That grin. Walt's Daddy.
He looked like the Joker.
I didn't smile.
You did. It's like a weird coping mechanism. You did the same thing when you told him his hamster.
Moves? What moves?
You know, flash the baby blues, hit him with the devilish grin.
Like Sharon, you know? Same grin, same laugh, all the little things.
Assault.
Assault. Assault.
Assault. Assault.
I was sexually assaulted. I was sexually assaulted. I was sexually assaulted.
A little roughhousing.
Rex, this was practically assault. Assault. Assault.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have. I did 29 months in the penitentiary for assault on a police officer.
I was 16, and it was more resisting arrest than assault.
No. Beg my pardon, Abba, but what's the difference?
Baker 6, Love 1-6. I got eyes on the town. We're ready to commence assault. Baker 6 copies. Initiate your attack.
Santino's got a police record?
Arrested for violent assault 2 years ago when he was home between deployments.
Definitely. 7.62 by 39. It's an assault rifle, but it's still light.
Can there be anywhere else in the world that is such an assault on the senses?
So into this. I mean, it's almost like you're enjoying the fact that my husband practically assaulted you while I'm still in the house.
Ferris just got out of Sing Sing a year ago for sexual assault.
Okay, we got any witnesses?
Yeah, the girl he was in the middle of assaulting, Marie Marcato.
With care, that's an olfactory assault weapon for distraction purposes.
As your yacht. Fraud, forgery, assault. Who says there are no more Renaissance men?
Aisle.
I'll.
Aisle. Aisle.
Georgina? According to my very reliable sources, Georgina Sparks is nowhere near a Fair Isle. She's in Switzerland, dating the prince.
My dear late mother always insisted that both the gooseberry and the rhubarb favour the colder climes of our victorious isles.
Wow, an artistic rendering. Seeing that the tribunals were doing my work for me, I took a much-needed sabbatical on the Isle of Crete.
If you get caught, you're gonna have to run. Perhaps the next isle you choose will be England.
Where's the god of tits and wine? In the Summer Isles, they worship the fertility goddess with 16 teats.
They call it the Sapphire Isle. You know why? Every sapphire in Westeros was mined on Tarth.
I come from the Summer Isles.
Isles. Summer Isles.
Summer Isles.
I'm not sure if that's helpful. There are 3 billion Asian people in the world. But only one who works in the office.
And he was at Paradise Isle. So where were you Friday night, Dave?
I was at Paradise Isle. I met Chip over there.
Chip?
Chip's a guy from work.
The map is working. We know where Henry is. Where?
We're here at the southern tip of the isle, in the middle of the dark jungle.
Days before their journey, your parents stopped by to say they were not going to the Northern Isles. And they had a few questions about a land called Misthaven.
She's gonna be fine. I've seen Anna fight wolves and snow monsters and that idiot from the Southern Isles.
Hans.
Or whatever his name is. Look, the point is, she can take care of herself.
Sabotage.
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 Sabotage me, sabotage me, sabotage me, but I am unsabotageable.
Were inoperable, which to those who saw him seemed like a genius act of cyber sabotage. 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 Which led to this.
In mind. Well, seeing as your project is to sabotage my project, yes.
Don't beat around the bush, Leonard. If you...
You're trying to sabotage my relationship. Ethan, from what I understand about your relationships, you should be well versed in the art of self-sabotage.
Oh,
speak of the devil. Dude, that was awesome how you sabotaged that track meet, man. Organized sports are so fascist it makes me sick.
Considered sabotage.
What? Hey, what's gotten into you? It's only Sally, a 2-bit trash can thief.
But what happened to it?
Buckingham spy Rochefort attempted to sabotage the craft. He's been dealt with.
Rochefort? He's captain of your guards, isn't he?
I don't go out with strange men. I just met you 5 minutes ago.
So I guess I have to, like, sabotage my cable, until we get to know each other well enough.
Yeah. Hey, Amy, sabotage!
Gourmet baker. He views her hobby as sabotage and resents it.
You sabotage our efforts. Why? The guns wouldn't have ended this.
You conspire with my father to sabotage our plans. You betray our trust.
Fragment.
Fragment.
Fragment. Fragment.
Fragment.
Bomb fragments, bomb fragments, bomb fragments.
Yeah, be careful.
You guys got anything? Yeah, potential trace.
Describe it to me. A fragment approximately 8 millimeters long with an epiphyseal end. It's not a bone fragment, it's a bone fragment, it's a bone fragment, it's a fetal clavicle.
Please tell me it's not my hearing. I'm already down to 4 senses.
The scan revealed a tiny bone fragment that may be putting pressure on the optic nerves.
That document, I think it's a playbook. Stone's following it to the letter. Take a look at this sentence fragment.
Demand Aaron Wilson's release from prison, then hang up.
The bullet penetrated her anterior abdomen. We were able to remove most of the fragments. We'll know more in a few hours.
It's not that simple. You have tissue damage, vasculature concerns, bone fragments.
Do it, or he dies.
Here, take a photo. Okay, this is interesting.
What is it?
It's a headlight bulb fragment. Filament's still there.
So the driver's headlights were off.
He's stable. I was able to remove some metal fragments, but I won't know if I've got them all until I do the ultrasound.
How long will he be out?
Stings, doesn't it? Had that one developed especially for you. Microfragments attracted to kinetic energy. Firestorm was tonight's main objective, but getting you, that's just gravy.
There's only one bullet fired, no shell casing found, so more than likely the murder weapon was a revolver. Now, CSU did recover some bullet fragments, but ballistics testing at the time was inconclusive.
All right, have the lab test those fragments again. Technology's come a long way in the last 20 years. Maybe we'll get something this time.
Clean. Oh, wait. There's a fragment of strayed data. It's a piece of an email.
What does it say?
There are definitely files removed. Destroyed, really, like a bomb went off inside. There's a fragment of a trail, but I need a full IP and a target device to trace it back.
Then could you restore the file?
Reimburse.
Reimburse. Reimburse. Reimburse.
Reimburse.
Care less about your other investors. You reimburse my clients, you reimburse my clients, you reimburse my clients. I'll go back home to my family and leave you and your lovely wife alone.
No, I'm not going to reimburse you. Reimburse you. Reimburse you.
I really hope DeLuca is still in there for your sake, and they're not going to reimburse you for all that. You should have gone to cheaper stores, Susan.
Okay, I'm going offline, Nancy.
Hey, my whistle! I want to be reimbursed for that!
Well, you know, I've done some weird stuff on this trip. I ordered a sex maid, which she should reimburse me for, because you got all the good stuff from that.
Gosh, Teddy, I mean, we have to get on the wall. Plus, we bought the kegs. What, is she gonna reimburse us for those kegs? You gonna reimburse us for those kegs?
No.
Skinny. No. It's not now. You cannot retract. I was legally reimbursed for your education and living expenses.
And now you suggest you be reimbursed the rest of my once considerable estate through your daughter's bed?
No.
What's up, girl?
You want to reimburse me for my new phone? Because I'm assuming it's you who took the old one.
It says the reimbursed interest should cover the debt.
Yes. With artists, it's hard to know, but I am prepared to reimburse you for your time.
That's last store. You're gonna reimburse me for these, right? I saved my receipts.
On a white sandy beach. I'm gonna reimburse you for this trip. I promise. I just hope I don't die in there.
Badge. Badge.
Badge. Badge. Badge.
He took himself a cab up to the Bronx. Instead of paying, what does he do? He whips out your badge, 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 and he says official police business.
Because behind that badge, and that just big, you could crush me like a fly chest, there's a heart.
I'll help you, but I don't need your badge. Badge.
Two aspects.
Sir, if we could just come in for a minute.
I don't give a shit about your badge, man. You got a fucking warrant? Because I'm paying $1,000 a night for this suite and I'm about to get...
What would you want to keep him waiting for? Even if he's not in on it, what good's he gonna do? What can he protect us from? Look at him, he's a fat man with a badge, armed with a biro.
Right after he retires from the majors. We just bought him a badge and a whistle for his birthday.
Yeah, I remember. I used to play cops and robbers all the time, but you...
Garden.
I chose Olive Garden.
Can you hand me my badge, please, sir? Thank you.
The can.
$76, but it's mostly in nickels.
Give it to me. You badge and seamanship?
Yeah, sure.
Good. There's a cold water crabber moored off Broken Rock. The skipper owes me an IOU. We'll see.
Oh, huh?
Boy Scout. Trying to get a merit badge.
Tank of gas. So where's your badge, Sheriff? Someone around here elect you mayor?
Interview tomorrow. Please fill it out. And remember to bring your badge.
Your badge, too.
Eccentric.
Eccentric.
Eccentric. Eccentric. Eccentric.
I'm relying on you two. Don't mess this up. Polite, ordinary, nothing eccentric, okay?
Okay.
Warren, did you call your father?
It's filled with crazy people.
Charming eccentrics. Charming eccentrics. Charming eccentrics. Like yourself, recovering from various traumas.
I don't want to say weird. Maybe another word for weird without all the weird connotations of weird, like peculiar, maybe, or eccentric.
Or crazy.
Well, Chuck may be eccentric, but I doubt he's diabolical.
What's he done now?
He got an offer from Al Capone to help pay the ransom money, but in the end, he employed an eccentric by the name of John Condon, who placed a newspaper ad to act as a go-between with the kidnapper.
You advised me to.
You must never take my advice. I'm a major eccentric.
You know, Bryce adores me, and he offers me a life of travel and excitement.
And put the case, that same legal advisor holds a trust to find a child for an eccentric and rich woman to adopt and bring up.
What, is the guy an eccentric? Yes, of course, big time.
Usually synonyms for difficult.
Well, he was a tad eccentric.
You're the eccentric that Verrocchio employs.
I'm an artist, yes, and an anatomist, and an engineer of some note.
On our own planet. Not like lovable eccentric, I mean hardcore chemical.
It is quite eccentric, even for you, to have a crippled valet.
Please.
Bruise.
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 Bruise. Bruise.
But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with...
I was flying, and then I landed on my side, but my hip isn't broken. It's just bruised and beat up and stupid and old.
It's just a bruise. It's just a bruise. It's just a bruise.
We're fine. We?
Get hit by a golf ball. That's how Ray Becker died. You know, a little blue bruise on his temple.
You have a bruise on your head?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Kill him. I'll murder him. I will. I'll fucking kill him. Is she all right?
Well, her wrists are bruised, but apart from that, she's okay.
Give her a tit bruise!
We
Leave your chair until milk comes out!
Anyway, put your bruised ego aside. I'm sure she's crushed.
What do you think I said? He's lying there with a bruised face and tubes sticking out of his arms.
I think I bruised the testicle capturing that last pawn.
Into him in the morning.
His frontal bone was bruised.
His forehead. Maybe you gave him a good crack like you just gave me.
I, alas, bruised myself during the curse.
What's wrong, Marine? You've never seen a little bruise before?
Contempt.
Contempt. Contempt. Contempt. Contempt.
Sir, what the hell is going on?
One more word and you are in contempt. 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 I'll have...
To have contempt for the horse never would even occur to me.
Of love. With love comes faith, with comes hope.
Love is just passion that can turn. It turns into contempt and murder.
We could choose.
Number 7. I never showed contempt for people who feared me.
Turning even the gentlest of men into vicious, evil tyrants. What we are seeing is a pervasive contempt for law and order. Crime rates are...
Believer, but much worse. A man with contempt for people who give themselves over to the idea that...
You're a buchanid, Dick.
That's not...
Oh, that's a pretty impressive combination of contempt and disgust.
Inherited with his soldiers, treated him with contempt, and mocked him.
Are you in jail? For now, all I can do is hold you in contempt of Congress. But make no mistake, you are doing and
in the OR.
Before the less gentle arrest for contempt.
We're in an isolation room with UV light. Get your cells tested. You've all been exposed.
Cassette.
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 Right there, right there. First cabinet. Second shelf. Third tray. First cassette. First cassette. First cassette. Yeah. That one. That one.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with this cassette? This cassette. This cassette. There are no holes in it.
Yeah, I got this cassette tape. Old school.
With the hydraulic system and shit. Stereo cassette.
Yeah, it's a pussy magnet.
Yes,
Well, that'd be cool. Look at you. You've got CDs.
Yeah, I just phased out all my cassettes. Have a sit down.
Very retro of you.
Earl thinks it's gonna snow.
Earl also thinks the theme from Shaft was stolen from a cassette tape he sent out in 1975.
Man, 15 years old, still has a cassette player with a tape stuck in it.
A mysterious cassette tape had been discovered by my friend Bree. She had stolen it from her marriage counselor.
Look, no prints, no cassette tape, but check it out.
Oh, red is not the tape I'm interested in. What's on that cassette?
It doesn't really say. Cassette tapes? Who uses cassettes anymore?
Ego.
Ego. Ego.
Ego.
Ego.
I'm sorry, your ego is so fragile that I had to stand on the sidelines of a surgery.
Crush this girl's life. They just crush her dreams for their own ego. And I just remember thinking, I can't work here anymore.
Marco Polo!
Don't let your ego take control. Remember, smooth is more important than fast in your case.
Yo!
Shaban works on motion pictures when he isn't helping us out. So if you feel insecure or need a little bit of an ego boost, Shaban's the man for you.
Oh, okay. So apparently none of us was the only one chosen. Let me be the first one to kick my ego to the curb.
Yeah, excuse me.
Door's locked.
Is it? I'll check. You were on a colossal ego trip we must curtail.
That's what they wanted. Wouldn't a more visible alter ego just muddy up the waters for everyone chasing him?
Can't afford to let my ego get in the way on this one. That choice.
The only thing you've ever honored is your own ego.
You'll never go broke playing to a rich guy's ego. Write that down.
Bro complex?
Inflated ego or not, they listen to him, don't they?
What about ego? I don't need to be dealing with a diva.
Batter. 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 Better.
Batter.
Oh, it's just dried pancake batter. Batter. Batter.
Oh, big relief.
Ah, gross. No, yes, yes, yes. Oh! Better off! Better off! Better off!
Come on, no sleeping on the job!
Preheat the oven to 350, grease and flour a 9 by 13-inch cake pan, and then pour the batter into the pan. Careful not to spill.
Okay. Come on, Frank. Frank!
Come on, no better, no better, no better!
Okay. Come on, Frank!
The band!
Wait.
Okay. Come on, no better here, pitcher. No better. We
we
got him. Hold!
Guess what? I made muffins using a bundt cake batter. I
Shrimp on the Barbie. Ooh, maybe a little beer batter? Yeah.
Lounge.
Lounge. Lounge.
Lounge.
Lounge.
She wants to go someplace with the future. She's down in the lounge. In the lounge. She's waiting right now.
We gotta go.
Harry.
in a bedroom somewhere? No, it was the staff lounge. In staff lounge. In staff lounge. In the lounge? Really, alone? No. So, did someone call the cops?
Well, I'm actually meeting a client for a drink in the Fairmont, so why don't you pick me up in the lounge? Lounge.
Smart guys in the world. Fuck, there's a good car you got. It's like the lounge room, mate, but it's a good car.
Yeah, that's the Rose Salon right there off the main lounge.
Mm-hmm. And what were you doing there? You're just fine.
Thanks. But don't worry, it's not all work and no play. I've got an epic weekend planned for us. Axe Lounge tomorrow, after party at South Point, Surf Lodge tonight, which I great.
It's one thing to deliver a wake-up call to my husband and his mistress. But I have too much self-respect to watch you lounge by our pool. You have to go now.
Picked up one of the copies of the book that Chase left in the lounge.
Hi. I must have fallen asleep in the lounge. What are they doing?
An EEG.
What's it for?
Robin, you're being requested in the VIP lounge.
Time of year is always bad.
Oh, no, not a problem. He's right in the lounge.
Oh, great, thanks.
What's gonna...
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Hi. You look gorgeous. Gorgeous. When you said the place next to ours, I thought you meant up the street, not this place.
Dancing and could not stop queefing. Do you want that? You two, my gorgeous angels, are about to be homeless in Washington Square Park over a fucking party foul.
Baby, why are you packing?
God, you are killing me. You're so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Seriously, I'm dying. But I gotta go, baby.
ID, please, ma'am.
Perfect timing. Can I get you to step by this window real quick? Can you just look out? Gorgeous profile. Can you put your hands behind your back?
We're gonna need to see some ID.
Okay, but...
Let's see, too.
Yeah, you're right.
Hush. He's gorgeous.
Yeah. He is gorgeous.
Let it go. Blonde hair, about your height. Gorgeous hazel eyes.
It's not safe here.
I'm not safe anywhere.
Those are gorgeous.
Oh. Is it? It's a shamali.
It's gorgeous. I'm wearing it to dinner.
No, a check for my daughter. She's gorgeous. And I love her just the way she is.
What I meant.
You've seen the bride-to-be? Gorgeous woman half his age. He's a lucky guy.
Yeah, for a while.
You should never take this dress off for your entire life.
Really?
Oh.
I look okay?
Oh, Susan, you look so
Gorgeous. Doesn't she, Edie?
Hi, honey. Look at my new shoes.
Yeah.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Honey, I'm trying to watch the game.
Turn the horn for the housewife.
Wow, she's gorgeous.
Bent.
Bent. Bent. Bent. Bent.
More relaxed protocol, Silver was allowed to touch the metal, which, as can be seen in the film, was indeed bent, bent, bent. Visual analysis of
very tiny penis. It was bent on a 25-degree angle like a boomerang. You see, erectile dysfunction is nothing to be ashamed about, but...
Never lied to you.
Neil, you've double-talked, omitted, and bent the truth. Bent the truth. Bent the truth.
One word. No loopholes.
Stood me in good stead is, blessed are the flexible, for they shall not get bent out of shape.
That's funny.
Fucking hate bent coppers, I swear to God.
Did they try something?
No, they didn't try something.
You've prosecuted hundreds of cases. Yes, I have. And not once have you just cut a corner, just bent a little.
You know what the United States Supreme Court said?
I think I just got bent over by loyalty.
I think if he weren't so bent on being your enemy, he'd be your friend.
Doesn't know he's gay.
Which is how it's going to stay, since we have no right to tell her.
Like you've never bent the rules.
He was zooming that car through the house, bent on destruction. What was I supposed to do?
Talk to him.
Getting into with me. Right, I got sucked into your world. I bent to your rules. You made me feel like I could depend on you.
Coincidence. Coincidence. Coincidence.
Coincidence.
Coincidence.
It's a detonator, not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Am I lying?
I'm gonna count to 3.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna count to 2.
Violet, listen to me. Anti-spyglass. I saw the exact same one in Dad's desk.
Klaus, it's just a coincidence.
Violet, no. Everything happens for...
Pancake.
It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence, you idiot.
Look, you just lost.
This is no coincidence. First the guys at the diner, now this.
It's a harmless little habit, really.
Good heavens, Thompson, look at this. His name's Thompson, too. Oh, what a coincidence. No, Thompson, this is Thompson without a P, as in psychic. No.
Jerry's a forest ranger. He protects the land from the people and the people from the land.
Well, that is such a coincidence, because I made about $40 million on the Robert Axel Swing and Whack.
Action, that's all.
Designed to embarrass my office and make it look like I don't care about a rape victim.
A happy coincidence?
Both shared a mystery dad. Both were murdered within a day of each other. Obviously not a coincidence.
When one call was made. Coincidence? I believe not.
We know the owner?
Registered to a Tyler Z. Ellis.
It's just a wild coincidence that he thought you were a rude jerk.
Come on, give me the benefit of the doubt. He said he's a jerk. I barely talked.
Bree.
You're dining alone?
Actually, I am.
Well, what a coincidence, so am I.
Why?
That's my blood type.
Really? What a coincidence.
Flock. Flock. Flock.
Flock.
Flock.
A flock of pigeons, a flock of pigeons, a flock of pigeons on my roof this morning squawking. I was trying to sleep.
Okay, 5 minutes ago, a flock of seabirds flew over my head.
I don't believe in magic. And I knew the government had spent years trying to build something to protect its panicked little flock. Flock.
We're coming up on the 4th, so you can't discount fireworks. They'll disorient a flock pretty easily.
A sheep in God's flock.
It's mine. He also says that neither he nor any of his flock know Walker.
Which is not true.
I imagine he just turned a volunteer into a flock of doves.
Today, all they could talk about was they found another flock of those dead birds up north.
Who assure stability.
We also command a sizable force.
Flock of mercenaries.
That's a family annihilator. Father snaps, takes out the flock, puts any relative in the area in immediate danger. I take the team there first.
Good. Now.
Oh my God! I was watching the news, and another flock of birds fell out of the sky. Dead! What is happening?
Am I right?
Happy and normal until someone attacks our flock.
Every good person who was changed that night. People like you. People like Barry Allen. Those people are your flock now, Ben.
Pageant.
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 Security. I'll work with the pageant. Pageant. Yeah? Doing what?
I know. Okay. Well, Mom's gonna record the pageant. The pageant.
I'm missing my pageant.
You're missing your pageant.
The Spokane Teen Miss.
Okay, Little League World Series, the National Spelling Bee Competition, the Miss America Beauty Pageant, the Coney Island Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to this regional beauty pageant. It's like Miss America, but way before Miss America, but that kind of thing.
Ugly friends. It's not a beauty pageant. Life is a beauty pageant.
Any gayer? It's a consulting firm for beauty pageant contestants.
I have an issue with that. I mean, you've dated convicted felons, arms dealers, pageant moms.
Hey, it escaped from the Christmas pageant at the zoo.
The zoo had a pageant?
Flip my mind.
At the pageant, every child is paired with a parent to bring the story of Noah's Ark to life.
It's a no-brainer. The president should stop this pageant and simply make the call.
Why are we still talking about if they're going to nominate Durant?
Incarcerated.
That sounds like you just want a prison pageant.
A, I could. B, I'll think of a better term.
Diet.
Diet.
Diet. Diet. Diet.
Frislowski's not my main dish.
No, you're sticking to your diet.
It's not a diet, Dana.
Frame the next question in the context that my diet doesn't normally consist of junk food. And with that in mind, hypothetically...
Lena's got me on a diet. Maybe just one piece of that pie, because...
What is that?
It's diet soda.
Diet soda? Why diet?
I just like it to taste better.
It's always good to add a little fiber to your diet. So don't forget the side salad.
Tried really hard. I did. Oh. But you know, he would go on so many diets and then he would cheat.
You got any of them mint chocolate jobs, Nate?
Get lost. You're on a diet.
Don't you start, no. Right, what you got then?
What did you have for lunch?
You don't want my diet, Mr. President.
Electric shock, bad diet, sever the aorta.
And feelings, especially those we keep bottled up, can affect a pregnancy just as much as diet and exercise.
Celiac disease. She's been on a gluten-free diet for the last 2 months.
Diminished lungs.
Better care of myself. Good man. Diet, exercise, everything.
Bunch.
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 I'm saying, Vivian, I'm watching you tonight. It was like watching a bunch of fucking birds, flying in a V. It was instinct.
You don't have to keep living in the past. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things I learned from all the dark stuff that happened to me. There's a hell.
He hurt a bunch of people doing it, okay? He is no hero. He is an anarchist.
Yep.
Do it.
Ready?
Yeah, but how are we gonna go up against all that firepower with a bunch of shotguns and knives?
I got an idea.
And the school had a spirit. These aren't just all a bunch of old buildings, but they're alive.
Most of these guys here are a bunch of fucking deadbeat panhandlers, pederasts. These perverts, they wouldn't last a second.
I don't understand, like, those crevasses are black holes.
You get taken into a hole with a bunch of moving snow.
it's not a good thing. Chances are pretty good.
I did spend a whole bunch of it last night on your mama.
Bodies. Bury them. There's a whole bunch in there.
Leads.
There's a whole bunch of material in here. Notepads, bulletin boards, files.
Perp made off with a bunch of handguns, at least 6 Glock 19s.
I'll triple whatever you're being paid.
I'm getting paid by a bunch of people.
Ballot.
Ballot.
Ballot. Ballot.
Ballot.
It might come of some interest when casting my ballot, to know that Jack Vallion's campaign manager.
In his 5th term in Congress simply by registering for the ballot. Ballot. That's the perks of running unopposed.
Cast your ballot. Cast your ballot. Cast your ballot.
My ballot.
Say to us that the local white leadership use their power to keep us away from the ballot box and keep us voiceless.
The start of a peaceful new age of East-West cooperation.
There's a general feeling that Mrs. Thatcher is going to win on the first ballot. We're going to...
It's a sure thing. I mean, fucking St. Gabriel can blow his horn on Election Day and get his 4 horsemen to rig the ballot boxes for Pullman, and it wouldn't surprise me.
Yep, the new ballot measure. Medical marijuana.
Hey, ma'am. Did you see that ballot box over there in the corner?
No, you put your ballot in here.
Yes, I know. There's a ballot box over there with a broken seal. Ballot boxes are supposed to be sealed, and the seal's...
Is there?
You're not going to be on the ballot.
Waiting, so...
It'll just take 2 minutes. I can't even see the ballot without my glasses.
Over with. I'm ready.
We can either do this with a show of hands or paper ballot, but first...
You're very bossy.
No. Secret ballot. Let the democratic process unfold.
Crumple. Crumple.
Crumple. Crumple.
Crumple.
Need that.
Don't crumple it. Don't crumple it. Don't crumple it.
I've watched you type pages and let them float into the wastebasket.
Never crumple pages. Never crumple pages. Never crumple pages. Always let them float gently into the basket.
Mr. Milano, the orange and blue one over in the corner.
They crumpled my pants up. They crumpled my pants up. They crumpled my pants up into a ball. That's rude. They folded yours.
Obviously, he was in the last stage because the moment I touched him with the sword, he simply crumpled up. Excuse me, sir.
Check them every night. She said she found a big chunk of them crumpled up at the bottom of your backpack.
She didn't ask for them.
What'd you expect me to do? Crumple it up and say over my dead body?
I mean it, Arthur. I shop at strip malls.
But when they see this dress, they will crumple to the floor like the Botox tags they are.
Good. On the torso. Murder weapon? Support for crumpled spine. We'll get to that.
Give me.
How could I not when you give me this bouquet of crumpled flowers?
You took a letter out of my waste paper basket when I had clearly crumpled it and thrown it away.